quick links. As a longtime fan of South Park, I can't help but feel a pang of nostalgia when I think about the magical time when Trey Parker and Matt Stone decided to turn their outrageous animated series into a full-length feature film with South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. Growing up in the 90s, South Park was more than just a cartoon for me. It was a reflection of my own adolescent angst, a mirror held up to the absurdities and hypocrisies of adult society. 25 years ago, the movie South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut was released, coinciding with the peak of its TV series fame. This film took the TV show's crude satirical humor and cranked it up to maximum as it explored themes such as censorship, the MPAA scapegoating, and more topic censor that would later become staples for South Park, and that would that might have come from American MPA. The movie faced challenges during production, primarily due to conflicts between creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone and the MPAA over the content. However, in the end, the South Park movie was a hit, both critically and financially, even earning an Academy Award nomination. 1999 was the year it happened, and here we are in 2024 with fans of the series still waiting for a theatrical sequel to the movie. One can't help but ask, given the enduring popularity of South Park, why hasn't Parker and Stone produced a follow-up to their R-rated animated masterpiece? The South Park movie pushed boundaries. The animated movie was created during the initial season of the TV series as a result of the agreement between Parker and Stone and Comedy Central. It was surprising at the time that, which had been airing for around 10 years, didn't have a film yet, but did so early in its production. This is because the contract with Comedy Central required the duo to produce episodes of the show up until 1999, and also an undefined number that could be transformed into a movie based on the series, under the terms set by Parker and Stone. Their project was to challenge the boundaries of their work by making it adult-oriented and aligning it closer with the animated shorts that initially captured Comedy Central's attention. As with any studio, Paramount Pictures had reservations regarding the R rating and potential overstepping. They even proposed reasons for a PG-13 rating to be more profitable, but ultimately creativity triumphed and Paramount Pictures fully supported Parker and Stone's vision. Not only, I just wanted to do a problem as the sequel of the bigger, longer. The movie adapted the excellence of the TV show, enhancing it for a grander theatrical production by poking fun at Disney and incorporating finely crafted musical sequences to reinforce its message. In this movie, Stan Marsh, Kyle Broflovsky, Eric Cartman, and Kenny McCormick spark events when they secretly attend a screening of an R-rated film featuring the famous Canadian duo of Terrence and Phillip. The movie sparks the children to use foul language, causing an uproar in a peaceful mountain community among the grown-ups and those in positions of authority. the situation escalates so much that the U.S. declares war on Canada, with Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny taking it upon themselves to rescue Terrence and Philip from possibly execution, and resistance in dispensive in many ways. Also, that the vault to add to the chaos, Satan and Saddam Hussein are trying to conquer the world. Despite all the commotion, the story masterfully maintains humor while addressing numerous topics and often flipping them on their heads. The animated film titled South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut premiered on June 30th, 1999, and garnered widespread acclaim along with substantial box office success. Today, it boasts an 81% score on Rotten Tomatoes, indicating that the majority of critics found its daring, crass, yet intelligent humor to be appealing. Contrary to the Terrence and Philip movie, which is a part of this film, the response towards South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut was generally favorable, although some families' organizations expressed concerns about its humor. If it had received the PG-13 rating that Paramount desired, such criticism might have still ensued. The movie, with a budget of $21 million, eventually brought in $83.1 million globally and held the record as the highest grossing R-rated animated film until 2016's Sausage Party was released. R-rated anime. Notably, it received an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song with Blame Canada, a number that Robin Williams performed at the ceremony. Considering this impressive success, one would expect a sequel to follow swiftly. However, fans have not been treated to another installment. What factors might have delayed or impeded Parker and Stone from creating a second film? Starting from season 4, South Park evolved and adapted a more mature tone, often reflecting current events in real time. Due to its animated nature, this rapid production pace sets it apart from shows like The Simpsons or Family Guy. Fans often appreciate the first 3 seasons of South Park more for their random and goofy humor compared to later seasons, which are more satirical. Since the show addresses contemporary issues within a week of them becoming relevant, creating a film that doesn't overlap with things already covered on TV becomes challenging. In the early days, this was simpler due to fewer episodes. But now, in its 28th season, and having produced close to 330 episodes, crafting a movie capable of swiftly responding to global events is more complex. The South Park feature-length specials, as a movie reviewer, I must say that the shift from traditional television to streaming platforms has been quite intriguing in the case of South Park. Instead of a theatrical sequel, the creators, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, opted for 14 feature-length specials on Paramount Plus. This change allowed them to bypass the strict censorship rules that Comedy Central imposes, giving them more creative freedom, much like they would have in a feature film. And moreover, these streaming specials are longer than standard show episodes, ranging from 40 to 60 minutes, providing ample room for exploration and development of ideas. While the new episodes may lack the cinematic refinement of the 1999 movie, they deliver similar messages. Well, the brand can explore compact narratives like The Streaming Wars, which delved into cryptocurrency and advertisements in its follow-up special without needing the extensive production time required for a full-length film. And maybe despite using animation, creating a theatrical version of still demands more time from production to satisfy Trey Parker and Matt Stone's ambition to elevate the content beyond television standards. A challenges faced by Parker and Stone in dealing with the MPA during the making of the film is another topic worth discussing. The creators had frequent disputes with the organization over the movie's language and content, as the MPAA sought to give it a NC-17 rating, a rating that often spells financial doom for movies, except in unusual cases like the recently unrestricted. The film underwent 6 screenings by the MPAA, 5 of which resulted in an NC-17 rating. The final viewing for the movie that eventually received an R rating occurred 2 weeks prior to its release, causing distress for the creative team involved, as well as the studio. Previously, in 2004, the creative duo faced similar problems with the MPAA. During the screening process for this movie underwent numerous viewings and was initially given an NC-17 rating before eventually being awarded an R rating. After modifications were made on several occasions, Parker and Stone have expressed their displeasure with this process, finding it frustrating that the MPAA did not seem to comprehend the satirical nature of their projects and took things quite literally when making their decisions regarding ratings. One possible reason for not making a feature film adaptation of Imagination Land that matches the original could be due to timing constraints or lack of sufficient time. It was initially, when the trilogy was being developed for television, there were thoughts about creating it as a movie. However, these plans were abandoned because the production timeline for the TV series was tight, given that each episode had to be up to date for broadcast. Additionally, complications arose regarding the intellectual property rights. Warner Brothers and Paramount have held on to the IP rights over the years, with Paramount having a specified period to produce a film, or else Warner Brothers would reclaim the rights. Unfortunately, these films never materialized. And as of now, both Warner Brothers and Paramount still share the rights to the IP. And it seems that this could be seen as an instance where the creators seized the opportunity to produce something extraordinary that might not require a follow-up. When fans inquired on the official website FAQ in 2011 about the possibility of a sequel, they were told that the first South Park movie was so powerful, which all still reeling from the impact. The film hit so many marks at the time that were topical and necessary, as art was in constant danger of being censored and blamed for the atrophic NSA, that exhaustive these the sort of the possibility of the world that send beyond the world by being times like this aren't as bad now, so a sequel would need to find a new angle, but with still going strong and cranking out episodes that speak about the events of the world, maybe that's enough. And it may be saw stuff like a lot of media, like South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is streaming on Paramount Plus and Prime Video